What's up, everyone? Yes, we're back. We're back for another Toy Daddy special, I guess.
Yes, it's the third day in a row. Thank you for, joining us. We have some people already watching, and we appreciate you. It's another episode of Toy and Tell. This is episode 4, and we're gonna take Toy Father's gonna set up a shot, and I'm just gonna sit back and enjoy the show.
Now, I want everyone. Now, yesterday we talked about bounce cards, and so I wanted to explore a little bit about bounce cards. We had a bunch of people in the chat telling me what bounce cards were all about, so I did a little bit of research, and I made a few myself. So I used one out of tin foil.
Okay.
That. This is just some poster board, a white one that we could use, and you can check that out. Those are just 2 that I made in some different sizes. I'm sure as we go along, we can try to figure something out as well. Bounce cards, bouncing light off of things. I'm doing a different setup than I usually do, and it's in my proper place where I typically shoot photos, so I'm really excited to share that with all of you. Now, just a little things, we don't plan on doing this every day. It's like, hey,
it'd be so nice if we could.
Are you free? And he's like, yeah, I'm free. Today I had plans, but they got canceled because of the weather. So I was like, hey, I'm free at 11. You want to do it?
And honestly, I'm just taking a lunch break, having some fun with you and fun hearing from the chat. So,
all right.
Best way to spend the lunch with you guys.
So again, we have a short amount of time, and let's go upstairs and let's check out what we're going to do.
All right. I'll switch up the cameras. Go ahead.
Hello?
Yes, we can hear you.
All right.
Perfect. Ooh, what is this?
All right. Yeah. So, I made a little scene. Now, this is a pier diorama that I got a long time ago off of Etsy. And so
that looks really nice. Why have you not used this before?
Well, the setup's kind of a pain. I have used it in a long time ago, long time before I met you.
There was no time before you met me. What are you talking
about? I call it BNC, before no chewing.
It sounds like a bank.
Yeah, like PNC, yeah. All right, so
we got some people in the chat that we should say hello to. We got Across the Toy Multiverse. Thank you for joining us this morning.
Hey, thanks for joining us.
Emerald Knight Photos. Thank you for joining us.
All right.
Emerald Knight is saying nice style, and Etsy is a dangerous rabbit hole.
Yeah, it is.
Sure it is.
Yep. That's why I try not to do it anymore. Okay, let's see. Again, this is oh yeah, check this out. You're gonna love this piece. See this light?
What am I looking at?
Oh, sorry. I don't know if you see this.
I saw the Ulanzi little square light that was in the corner. Oh, nice.
I guess we can't get that in the shop, but...
Well, depends on how much work you want to put into the shot. You'd have to go at a very low angle, shoot upwards, and then or down.
Yeah.
Actually, high angle or lower angle would get that light into the frame. But it's up to you. It depends on what shot you're setting up. See, if you do go low, you'd have to either fill in the sky with Photoshop or find a black matte board to just put it on the top. So it's like the night. Or if you go high, you'd have to grab a bunch of saran wrap and make that imitation water.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm not gonna do that. I did think about that before we shot, but then I was like, I don't have time to do that.
We have one more guest in the house. We have Salvaged Cargo saying, salutation, gentlemen.
What's up? All right, so let me just show you. All right, so here's the light directly on the figure, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now here's the light when I bounce it off of this tin foil right here. Oh God. Oh God. Don't fall apart on me.
See, if you had those IKEA wood blocks, you could just
Yeah,
prop
I
it
know.
up behind it. We would make fun, but I honestly use those 4 wood blocks in like every shot I use. Not directly in the shot, but to prop things and keep things into place.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I totally think that would be a great thing to have, to be honest. Actually, I'm really digging the light effects.
All right, so with this light, what story are you trying to tell? Is it sunset, sunrise? What are we thinking?
I'm thinking it's like kind of dusk. And let's see. It's kind of dusk. Oh, wow, this is pretty cool. I like how this bounce lighting's working, to be honest. It's kind of dusk. Here, let me...
And the bounce card is positioned where you had last, right? It was just... So, okay, perfect.
See it? Right here?
So you have...
I put another one right there.
Oh, nice.
And so if you look at this... Look at that.
You know, we say bounce cards often enough. Bounce cards can be almost anything. It can be a piece of paper. It could be a piece of foam. If you want to get a little bit more professional, it's really a reflector. Those circle reflector dishes or rectangular ones that photographers use. So it's the theory of bouncing light off an object.
What do you think of that? That looks pretty good.
Ooh, that looks good.
Here, let me see if I can... Now, here's where the magic happens. Let's see if I can fix... I'll put that here. Here for you.
Across the toy universe, across the toy multiverse, I'm is referencing it, I think yesterday, the day before show. I use it came with my Detolfs, I believe, or it came with something. It's just a simple wood block. It came with it. There was 4 of them. It was inside of it just to pack out the shipment, but I use them to prop up things all the time. So where Toy Father, one of the walls was falling down, I would put a wood block behind it so it would not fall over. Or if I wanted to prop up a light a little higher, so it's roughly 6-7 inches, I would use one of those wood blocks. But it can be anything. Literally, you could probably go to like a Home Depot or a Lowe's and just pick up a piece of wood.
So the story I wanted to tell on this photo was really just like Popeye's relationship to spinach and how he's dependent on it. And so right now he has an empty can that he's crushed and he's looking at it thinking, should I get more? Why do I need this?
It's very insightful what you're... I'm going to create a better story for the audience. So this is Popeye. His ship just sailed in. He's been up all night. And he's just finally sitting down on the pier, finally having his favorite snack, a can of spinach, to regain his strength because he has to go back out on a boat. And this is his
he's
quiet
wondering whether or not this addiction
what is in the spinach? And I see you're playing with the colors a little bit to give it more effect. I do like the idea of that main reflection coming off the one that you have covered in foil, and a very light one on the additional light, because you want the light to be coming in front of him, because more than likely the sun's rising or it's coming from one direction at this point.
Okay. So make the light brighter on the tinfoil, you're saying?
I would think so. I would suggest that.
All right. This one.
Because if you think about when you wake up in the morning, like early, and the sun's coming up, the light is really coming from like one direction.
I really dig this.
Look at you busting out these new dial pieces, bounce cards. And for those that are unaware, Toy Father normally only uses one light. He's using multiple lights now.
I know. This is great. And
you never shoot this figure, so...
Well, I'm thinking the secret hashtag was old friend.
Yeah, for those in watching right now, we do the TPC top 10. We do it on Wednesday nights at 9 p.m. with Yimbo reviews everything, and through that show, we do a secret hashtag that we only really talk about during lives. And last night, we revealed it. So if you're interested in it, it's TPC _ old friends. I'll type that in the chat. And ultimately, it's a challenge if you want it. You don't actually have to challenge yourself. You could tag on any photo you'd like. But if you're willing to do a challenge or up for it, take a toy that you haven't shot in a long time, an old favorite, an old friend, and use that as your subject.
So one thing that I'm also following your advice on is a new term that we learned last night, which was, oh God, what was it?
Edge fear.
Edge fear. I was going to say free fall by Tom Petty.
That's what you should call it. You're like, don't be afraid of that free fall.
Don't be afraid of the free fall, guys.
Free falling. Free falling.
It's that effect where you feel like you keep falling. Yes. Edge. What is it? Edge falling?
Yep. Edge falling.
What is it?
It's edge fear.
Edge fear.
It's the fear of your picture. I learned it from painting, being afraid to let your subject matter go off the frame a little bit. So like an arm or a leg or top of the head, it's okay to let it go off the frame.
All right. So I just moved up that
trash barrel.
That barrel just for like more effects in the back. I was using a 2.8 aperture. Now I'm going to use a 5.6.
5.6 is approximately what the human eye can pick up. For those in the chat that would like more photography facts.
Yeah.
Hey, we got Mary Fox in the house again. Good morning. Good morning again. Thank
Hey,
you for
Mary.
joining us. It's surprising that we're here again, right?
I know.
Actually, this has been a lot of fun. I really enjoy this. It's going to be sad when vacation weekends and we can't do this every day.
Yeah, I know. All right, I'm really digging this. Now, what the lighting is like really on par. Some of the best that I've seen. What else do you think I can do to this photo to add?
I was actually thinking, because right now you have that nice gold warm light.
Yeah.
Try taking that other light. That's an RGB, the secondary light, right?
No, this is a third light.
Oh, there's a third light?
Yeah.
I was going to say, try playing with the colors a little bit more. Give it like
Ooh.
purples and pinks and yellow and see what it would look like. What type of colors you could probably capture on this one.
What do you think of this?
I don't know what you're doing. I see some color changing.
Let me see. Pull this out. So it's kind of like, I was thinking that dusk. What do you think of that color?
Wait, lift it up a little bit more. To the right. Oh, your frame went out. Is that so annoying when the timer runs out?
So it's so annoying when I'm streaming, yeah.
Oh, the light looks good, man. And look at that. That's the example of that edge fear, allowing the feet to go off the frame.
Exactly.
Doesn't it give it a more natural look to it?
Yeah, it really does. Like,
if you were in the water, or say you're on a boat and you're slowly pulling up to Popeye, you may not get his feet in the picture if you're getting that candid.
Yeah, it's true.
So I like that one. I like the idea of changing up the colors to have pink and purples in there to give it almost like that brighter sunset. Like Popeye's just staring off, enjoying the sunset. And then I want you to do one, because I think you got a loom cube, right? One of the circle ones. I want you to do...
Yeah, rectangle ones.
Yeah, I want you to do one light as if it was that lamppost. And I also so take these shots, get the different colors that we spoke about. So you're doing that vibrant sunset.
Yeah.
The next one, I say, take your smallest light, turn it to your coldest temperature for white, turn off all the other lights, and just simulate that light lamppost.
Okay.
And you could almost turn into another black and white photo. Actually, is there a little green in that can?
A little what?
A little bit of green spinach in the can itself.
Yeah, there is.
You could do an early shot for next week's Toy Addict 17 challenge, the Black and Wednesdays. Black and Wednesday with a splash of green.
Could do that. That's a good idea.
Oh, he lost his spinach. Oh, he's drunk.
He's fighting addiction, man.
I mean, if you're addicted to spinach, how bad is that?
Well, the spinach like gives you like a power boost, like steroids. I don't know. How good is it for you?
I mean, they say it's really good for you.
All right, so now if I'm looking at coldest, what would that be? Like 32? I'm like looking at K's, whatever.
Probably like 7,000s or 700 or what. I'm gonna need one of those lights in front of me, but it's not the low number. You gotta go high.
Got it. That like works.
That wood block would be so helpful.
I know. Well, here's the thing. That's not in frame. Is that thing in frame? Yeah, that's not in frame.
Oh, that's perfect. Then. And you turn off the other lights, right? You're only using the one light?
Yeah.
Yeah. So you should be able to capture some good shadow on Popeye's face. Oh, Mary Fox says 5,600K. Should give you that nice cool light.
Yep, she's absolutely right. That's what it was.
And then we have 88 Figs in the house. What is up, 88? For those that are unaware, 88 has a YouTube channel, and he does these amazing interviews and actually some other stuff that 88 does. It's fantastic. He has a great voice. If you're interested in it, go visit his channel, give him a listen.
I'm really just holding the light up.
And 88, just because you're just joining us, we are doing a live photo shoot. Toy Father's just learning and evolving as a photographer. So we tested out bounce cards. He's using multiple lights, and also he's utilizing the secret hashtag from last night's TPC show. It's an old friend. So he's taking a picture of a figure he hasn't used in a long time. And right now we're trying to simulate a single light coming off the lamppost on Popeye. For an early submission to Toy Addict 17's Black and Wednesdays with a splash of green, which will be the themes for all of March.
All right, I think I got everything I need. I'll be honest.
Awesome. And across the toy multiverse, thank you. We hadn't used music in the past, but we're playing around with it, and I really enjoy it too.
Yeah, I dig it. All right, I'm gonna go pop on down. Okay.
All right.
Pop on, Popeye, get it?
You also used wood a lot, and it was hard for me not to make that feel like punny.
All right, I'm leaving this one.
That was very loud. It sounded like you fell down the stairs.
Me?
Yeah.
Oh, I did slip. All right, let's see. I'm really excited. The bounce cards were an excellent effect. I feel like such a noob. All this time I've been doing toy photography since the pandemic, so about 4 years now. And I've never used a bounce card. And I'm like, what the hell was I doing?
I don't use bounce cards as often because as much as it's like what Yimbo was saying, you learn the rules to break the rules. I was aware of bounce cards for a little bit and reflectors, really. but a lot of times I like the little bit of light burn on the figures themselves, even though it doesn't, it's more natural to use a bounce cards because the light isn't overbearing and it's more spread out.
Well, I
Sometimes I
mean,
like the dynamic of that highlight.
yeah, for your photography, it works. I mean, you do cut it with like atmospheric aerosol or some angles, but you use like you said, you use the shadows to your advantage to highlight the figure when you have that light burn. So that makes sense, and I think for me, I think it came to an epiphany last night when you were talking about like Tom Petty's Free Fall.
Free falling.
Free falling.
Free falling.
Edgefield. Correction here. I am a person that likes symmetry. I'm a person that likes that only sees things like that. So when I create systems, like in my job, I make sure that there's like purpose to it and there's symmetry across everything. And that's how I see like my art sometimes. So I think for me, I'm always thinking, all right, I need to have the whole thing in the frame. I need, I need to make the entire picture kind of like everything in the frame. So now I need to kind of like let go of that and think outside the box.
Yeah, stretch it out. It's okay to experiment. A lot of the fun is just through experimenting and trying new things. So I'm glad, even this photo shoot today, this is day 3. You seem much more relaxed and willing to try and incorporate a lot more.
Yeah, I mean,
what we should have done for that last shot for the black and white one, yeah. I should have had you use some atmosphere aerosol.
I know.
No, good.
Yeah.
I mean, if you need a new can, no tune 15 gets you 15% on your next purchase.
There it is.
No pressure, anyone. It's just a running gag. No worries. We got a message. Emerald Knight thought you fell too.
I just slept. It's all good.
Yeah.
And I have noisy steps.
And Across the Toy Universe says, so have I, and I'm leaning along with you every day, Toy Father. That's why I love to tune in whenever I can to your show to learn something new. I just made a bounce card right now. That's fantastic. I love that. When you take that shot, tag us. What
did you use? Did you use tinfoil? Did you just use a white piece of paper? I think that tinfoil is, I really like the tinfoil of the effect that it gave. The white gave a nice softer bounce reflection.
All right. Yeah, I think that worked really well. And tinfoil on a piece of cardboard is it does a lot of what a reflector would do, but it's low cost and allows you to make these really cool shapes out of it too.
Yeah.
So if you want like a small one, you could. If you want like a straight, like almost rectangle, totally works. Across the Toy Multiverse says aluminum foil on a cardboard background.
Nice.
Perfect.
Well, yeah, I want to see it. Let's see what you do with it. Right, if you're
Emerald Knight says that they normally use foam boards.
Foam board? Okay. Yeah, that has a nice sheen to it too. All right, let's see.
Welcome back to the show, The Collector. Sometimes I don't sleep. It's something I've been working on for a number of years, to sleep more. Sleep is very important.
We've been streaming since last night, since TBC Top 10. So
we're doing one of those telethons. We forgot to throw it up there for the fundraising that we're doing for charity, but we've been here.
That would be actually really fun if we planned a telethon.
Like that would be maybe Legion's Con.
Oh yeah.
Because if we're thinking about guests and content, we could go like the entire day and have interesting things happen.
Yeah. All right, what am I doing? I'm doing Chrome tab. No, I'm doing entire screen. All right, everyone, let's see what my photos look like. All right, this is first trying out This is a 2.8 aperture. This I'm first like playing with. Change the head setting. Now he's looking. Don't like that one's a little unfocused. I think we changed up the lighting just a little bit here.
I like it. It gives it more of a dusk feel.
Yes.
Was the ones that we started brightening up the colors.
I'll show you.
Oh, I'm starting to see it right now. You can see more yellow or orange underneath the neck and on the face, giving it, you know, I always focus on facial shadowing.
Yeah.
And different colors you can capture across it, almost like a gradient, as if you're painting. Probably because I have a painting background, but ooh, this is looking good. This is looking good.
I think this is where I dimmed it a little bit. This is much better.
Yeah, I like this one.
I like that a lot. I'm gonna write this down. 313. Oof, man, that looks good.
Yeah, this is looking crisp, man. I mean, the first few, very good, very, very clean. Looked very much like your normal style.
Yeah.
These ones that we're going through now, this seems like you're trying new things.
Oh yeah, that looks great.
Like the different shadowing, like I keep looking at the jaw and the neck.
Yeah.
And you're capturing some really nice, good detail.
All right, here's where we switched over to the one light. All right, so got real dark there.
It did get dark.
All right, that's better.
I mean, when you turn this black and white, it's gonna look really good. And then if you color in the green, I think that would work really well.
319.
And when you do it, I would almost shade in the vignette.
Yeah.
That'll add it real nice. And if you want to go into Photoshop and you want to do some coloring, you could draw in a custom vignette on it to simulate a cone of light.
Okay.
And maybe we try that as well.
Ooh, I like this one.
Ooh, that's good. I like that. You could almost even crop this and get closer up to the face. Almost turn into a portrait style.
Yeah, make it. Yeah.
Yeah. So zoom in on his face right now, because I think you got more of a shot that I like to do. How do you do it?
Good.
Yeah, do a portrait on this one.
Ooh, yeah, that looks crisp.
Look at the detail you're able to capture on the face. Just using less light, you're able to get more emotion off the face. And
yeah, this definitely be the black and white.
And then you just have to highlight that green a little bit.
Yeah. Yeah, this was the last one too. This was the last shot.
It's always the last shot. Emerald Knight Photo says, add a little smoke effect on Popeye's pipe.
Oh, great idea.
Good idea. Good idea.
I like that idea. Smoke. I'm gonna write this down.
But this looks nice and lived in, and look how smooth the background is for you.
Yeah.
A lot of your shots, it comes out super crisp. You're capturing all the detail of the diorama. And this one, again, you're experimenting. It's not so much detail on the grate. You can tell that it's a building back there.
Yeah.
But the subject is on Popeye.
Yeah, you can't tell it's the same dio that I've been shooting on for the past.
That's the magic. That's the magic. But this is fantastic. Good job. You tried a lot of different things in this short photo session.
Yeah, no, that was great. Playing around with the lights. I mean, it just shows, if I were to give people advice, it's I always think about what Toy Addict told us about his lighting. His lighting is on par.
Mm-hmm.
He just moves the light around to see what looks good.
So what I do something similar. I start with a triangle. You get your 3-point light in, And then, just like Gimbal says, once you know what you're doing, you can break those rules. So
Yeah.
then I start to move the lights outside the triangle to see what works best for me.
I think for me, it's like something that I need to get kind of get over is I get too comfortable. So when I find something that works, I just keep doing it.
Mm.
So I need to get outside my comfort box and because you know what, that's what makes this a lot of fun. Like I think when you do the same thing over and over again, you get bored of it.
Yeah.
You get sick of it, you get burnt out. And that's what I've been feeling about toy photography. So trying these new things this past week has really lit a fire of like, oh, I love doing this. But I also like talking to you and to the people in the chat.
Yeah, it's kind of like I'm taking the shot with you, except I'm making you do all the work.
Yeah. No, I love it. I like direction. So I like when someone's like, hey, why don't you try this? Why don't you try this? It's not something I'm thinking about, you know?
Yeah, of course. I think maybe at some point we'll plan it out, but maybe we do a live session at night for a couple hours, and we announce what we're shooting with, and almost make it into like shoot with us challenge.
Yeah.
You know, we're setting up this photo. We're all taking this shot. These are the materials that we're using, or the objects we're using. If you have something, those or something similar, people in the audience, they can participate as well, and then tag us afterwards to see what they ends up creating.
We could do that, and we could have them like DM us like their live shots, and we can show them on.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, we could
cool
definitely do that. Oh, that works. That really works. Maybe that would be a future secret hashtag night.
That would be fun.
Yeah.
88 Figs, one of the top photographers that we know, like, is
incredible. Let's just take a moment and praise 88.
Like,
for one thing, he defeated me last summer in Shire Slam, which is fine. I'm over it. But
with one of the most popular figs out there, right?
Gore? Yeah, one of the most popular characters in the world. He might as well defeat me with a piece of
that was a sticking point.
He could have just took a picture of a pencil and then beat me. But he did all these amazing shots for All My Legends, and they're using his photography. He is selling that product. Like his shots they're using his shots to promote it.
Yeah.
But his shots are doing a great job selling the versatility and the uniqueness of that figure, and in a way that only 88 does it. Yeah.
I mean, he just has dynamic photography that I really like.
Yeah, he has an eye. He knows everything we're talking about. He's probably like, yeah, that's the basic, guys.
Yeah. Well, I mean, yeah, exactly. I know. But awesome photo shoot. Once again, great toy and tell. I enjoyed it. Thank you. I can't wait to edit these photos once I get off. Smoking the pipe. Turn in the portrait.
Sorry, Father. Smoking the pipe.
Smoking the pipe. Hashtag smoking the pipe. Let's do
that. I think it's already been used, and we gotta stay away from that hashtag. Ultimately, thank you everyone for joining us for this morning photo shoot, our episode 4 of Toy and Tell. If you like what you heard, give us a like. If you're not subscribing already, it would mean a lot to us if you do. Ring that notification bell if you want to hear more from us. We also do a show on Monday nights. This upcoming Monday, we have an amazing guest. We have High School Creations. We're going to talk dioramas.
Yes, that's right. I can't wait. He does great work.
Yeah, he has a Kickstarter coming up for modular dioramas.
Oh, okay. I gotta look into that, and I want to back it.
Yeah, that's all I'm gonna ask him. Like, tell me more.
Yeah. Well, across the toy multiverse, since if you're using bounce lighting, send me your shots. I want to see them. And Carlos, you know what? It's always a pleasure having you in the chat. So
always a pleasure. Thank you for joining us on this Thursday morning or afternoon. I don't know where everyone is in the world.
Yeah, I can't promise you that we're going to do this again tomorrow or the next day, but I hope we do. But I don't know. We'll see.
Let me know.
I'll let you know in the morning. All right. See you, everyone.
Bye, all.